We all want to live a good life, but what does that mean exactly? And more importantly, how do we go about getting there? These are tough questions to answer, but luckily I've got some secrets to share with you. These are things that I have personally found to be true and have helped me immensely. So whether you're looking to find your passion in life or just want to learn how to enjoy it more, stay tuned because this is one you don't want to miss. Number 1, be willing to take risks. In life, there are two types of people: those who play it safe and those who are willing to take risks. The safe players are the ones who always stay within their comfort zone, never venturing out into the unknown. As a result, their lives are often routine and uneventful. The risk takers, on the other hand, are always looking for new adventures. They're not afraid to step outside their comfort zone and try something new. That doesn't mean being reckless, but it does mean being open to new experiences and willing to take chances. After all, life is too short to play it safe all the time. And if you really and truly want to live an awesome life, you need to embrace the fact that beyond your comfort zone is where the magic happens. So go ahead and take your shot. Ask your crush out on a date, write your long dreamed about novel, or apply for that dream job. Who knows, it just might be the best decision you ever make. Number 2, travel and explore. Life is a journey, not a destination. And yet so many of us get caught up in the day-to-day grind and never take the time to explore all that life has to offer. That's why it's so important to travel and explore the world as much as you can. By getting out there and seeing new places, meeting new people, and experiencing different cultures, we open ourselves up to a whole world of possibilities. Travel helps us to learn new things, challenges our assumptions, and expands our horizons. And in the process, we often find that life is a lot more interesting and exciting than we ever realized. So if you want to live an awesome life, make sure to make travel a vital part of your life. It's an experience you'll never regret. Number 3, do what you love. When I was young and struggling with what career path to choose, my grandfather would often remind me that it was important to do what you love. And though I didn't truly understand his advice at the time, it's now something that I try to live by every day. After all, if you're not doing what you love, then what's the point? Life is too short to waste your time on things that don't make you happy. And when we find our passion, it can be like a light switch turning on inside of us. Suddenly we're motivated and inspired to pursue our dreams. We see the world in a whole new way, and anything seems possible. So if you haven't found your passion yet, keep looking. It's out there waiting for you. And when you find it, don't let anything stand in your way of pursuing it. Number 4, build meaningful relationships. One of the best pieces of advice I ever received was to focus on building meaningful relationships. It sounds simple, but it's something that can be surprisingly difficult to do. We all tend to get caught up in our own lives and neglect the people who matter most to us. But when we make an effort to connect with others, we not only make them feel valued, we also enrich our own lives. Relationships are one of the most important things in life, so it's important to put in the time and effort to nurture them. So how do you build meaningful relationships? It starts with being a good listener and being interested in what other people have to say. Showing empathy and understanding will also help you to create strong bonds with others. And finally, don't forget to be yourself. People are attracted to genuine and authentic people, so let your true personality shine through. Number 5, surround yourself with positive people. We've all heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And while it may sound like something your mom would tell you, there's a lot of truth to it. The people we surround ourselves with have a significant impact on our lives. If we're constantly around negative people who put us down, it's only natural that we would start to believe them. On the other hand, if we surround ourselves with positive people who believe in us and support our dreams, we're much more likely to achieve those dreams. So if you want to be successful, make sure you surround yourself with positive people who will help you get there. Number 6, be grateful for what you have. So often in life, we find ourselves focused on what we don't have. We compare our lives to others and wish we had their houses, their cars, or their clothes. But what we fail to realize is that we are each on our own journey. And while someone else may have what we want, they may also be dealing with their own challenges that we know nothing about. So instead of being jealous of what someone else has, be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for your health, your family, and your friends. Be grateful for your accomplishments, no matter how big or small they are. Because when you focus on what you're grateful for, you open yourself up to receiving even more good in your life. Next time you find yourself being jealous of someone else, take a step back and remember to be grateful for all the good in your own life. Number 7, be yourself. The one piece of advice that I always find myself giving is be yourself. It's such a simple thing, but it can be so difficult to do. We live in a world where we're constantly overwhelmed with messages about who we should be, how we should act, and how we should look. We see images of impossibly perfect celebrities and models, and we compare ourselves to them. We compare our own lives to the highlight reels that our friends and acquaintances post on social media. It's no wonder that so many of us end up feeling like we don't measure up. But the truth is, nobody is perfect. Everyone has flaws, and everyone makes mistakes. The key is to accept yourself for who you are and to learn from your mistakes. If you can do that, then you'll be well on your way to a happy and fulfilling life. Number 8, don't take life so seriously. This is something that I've had to learn the hard way. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's important to remember that it's all temporary. The good times will eventually end, and the bad times will eventually pass. So instead of getting too wrapped up in the highs and lows of life, try to take everything in stride. Enjoy the good times while they last, but don't get too attached to them. And when the bad times come, remember that they won't last forever. Just hold on tight and enjoy the ride. Number 9, help others whenever you can. Do you know that show, What Would You Do? They put people in awkward situations and see how they react. I feel like life is one big episode of that show. There's always someone who needs help, whether it's carrying groceries or opening a pickle jar. And I think the best thing you can do is to be a good Samaritan and help out whenever you can. Being kind and helpful to others not only makes their day better, but also enhances our own happiness. According to studies, when we act kindly, our brains get a boost, activating the reward center, which makes us feel good. It can even help us to forget about our own troubles. It doesn't even have to be a big thing. Even just lending a listening ear can often make all the difference. So next time you see someone who could use a helping hand, offer yours. You might just make their day. And yours. Number 10, live in the moment. Carpe diem. That's Latin for seize the day. And it's great advice. After all, life is short. We only get so many years on this earth, and we never know when our time will be up. That's why it's important to make the most of every moment. So enjoy your friends and family, take time to smell the flowers, and at least occasionally put down your phone and take in the beauty of the world around you. Life is happening right now, so make sure you're present for it. Number 11, be patient. This is another lesson that I had to learn the hard way. I'm a very impatient person by nature, and I always want things to happen immediately. But life doesn't work like that. Sometimes we have to be patient and wait for things to happen in their own time. This can be difficult, but it's important to remember that good things come to those who wait. So instead of getting frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as you want them to, take a deep breath and remind yourself that everything will happen in its own time. Number 12, let go of negative thoughts and emotions. If you're like most people, you've probably had moments where you've been bogged down by negative thoughts. Maybe you were feeling anxious about an upcoming event or stressed out from a difficult day at work. Whatever the case may be, it's important to remember that these negative feelings are only temporary. And more importantly, they don't have to define you. Think about all the times you've been upset about something, and then it turns out that it wasn't even worth getting worked up about in the first place. Isn't that frustrating? Wouldn't it be better to just let go of those negative thoughts and move on with your life? And who knows, maybe if you start living this way, you'll find that all that negativity is what was holding you back from happiness all along. Number 13, celebrate the victories. We all know that life can be tough. We face challenges and setbacks daily, and it can be easy to get caught up in the negative. That's why it's so important to celebrate big and small victories. Learning to take the time to pat yourself on the back for a job well done, no matter how big or small the accomplishment, is a crucial step in maintaining a positive outlook. When we take the time to celebrate our successes, we remind ourselves that we are capable of overcoming obstacles and achieving our goals. This not only boosts our morale in the short term, but also gives us the motivation to keep going when times are tough. So don't forget to pause and reflect on your successes, no matter how big or small they may be. Allow yourself to feel pride in your accomplishments, and let those positive emotions fuel you through whatever challenges lie ahead. Number 14, get clear on what you want. I'm not saying that you need to have your entire life figured out, but I am saying that it's important to have a general sense of what you want. Otherwise, you'll just end up drifting through life, going with the flow, and never really accomplishing anything. So my advice is this: take some time to sit down and think about what you want. What are your goals? What kind of person do you want to be? Once you have a better sense of what you're striving for, it'll be easier to make choices that will help you get there. So if you're looking for one of the best secrets to living an awesome life, start by getting clear on what you want. It's a lot simpler than it sounds. If you want to take the next step in improving your life, then be sure to check out this video on the simple daily habits that can make a big difference. It's one that you don't want to miss.